You're not to blame for the pain of the world. You're not alone, it's not your fault. Tell somebody, they'll halt that assault. Keep your head up, stay positive and strong. This will be in the past before too long. You can overcome, be victorious. This hurt will become just a dream to us, to us. You'll rise above, on top of the world. Justice will be served, truth unfurled. That day will come, don't you be afraid. With courage and love, your path will be paved. Keep your head up, stay positive and strong. This will be in the past before too long. You can overcome, be victorious. This hurt will become just a dream to us, to us. Carry the light inside your heart. Never let the dark tear you apart. Stand tall, stand proud. You're tougher than you know. In the end, they'll reap what they sow. Keep your head up, stay positive and strong. This will be in the past before too long. You can overcome, be victorious. This hurt will become just a dream to us, to us. Carry the light inside your heart. Never let the dark tear you apart. Stand tall, stand proud. You're tougher than you know. In the end, they'll reap what they sow. Keep your head up, stay positive and strong. This will be in the past before too long. You can overcome, be victorious. This hurt will become just a dream to us. No.
Hello, hello, and welcome aboard, all my Royal Riders. How have you guys been? I would like to give a special shout out to my over 1,000 new Royal Riders. We are feeling this plane. We're feeling this plane. If you are new to the channel, I am very, very transparent. If you don't know, I'm very, very transparent. I always put it out there. I'm not afraid of anything that I've gone through or anything that I've done. And I'm that way because I feel like it can help somebody. So I was just scrolling over the internet and I saw this topic. I saw this little video, and the girl was telling her story, and she said that she got a little backlash from the story. So I decided to, I think it's time for me to tell my story as well. You know, so often I've seen victims be accused of doing something wrong when they've been victimized. I've seen so much in my life, especially with having a huge family and especially growing up in the hood. I've seen a lot and I've been through a lot. So, that's why I want to tell my story. So I had a friend, and My friend lived down the street from me. I had to be like in 10th grade at this time. I had to be about in 10th grade, and I had a friend that lived down the street from me. We would walk to school together. Um, it was actually three of us, and we all the three of us would walk to school together. And they had been close or had been living in the area longer than I had. They'd actually been friends since middle school, and I moved into the neighborhood and went there in high school. So anyway, the three of us used to walk to school together. Now, mind you, this is like my third high school because I fought a lot in school. So this was like my third high school, and I actually loved this school. I liked this school so much, and I really wanted to be successful, and I wanted to, everything to be great there. I didn't want to have to go to another school. Didn't fight as much. So I really liked that school. But I had a friend that lived down the street from me, and her father was an older man. At first I used to like admire her living situation because she was the baby of the family, and her siblings were adults and out of the house because, again, like I say, her parents were older. They guess they had her later in life. And so she was a little spoiled. And me, I was the middle child, but I was always the responsible one. I was the one that did everything. And yes, I did have middle child syndrome. Okay. So anyway, when one I used to go down to her house, and she's always had her own room, and she's always had the latest things and everything. But anyway, I would go down there, and we would just hang out. And I went to her house for her one day, and her dad was like, she's in the back room. So I was waiting on him to move out of the way so I can pass by, but he never would. So, me, I just kind of like scaled the wall. I backed up against the wall and said, "Excuse me," to try to like squeeze by. So when I tried to squeeze by, he grabbed my breast. And this is a trigger warning, y'all. I put that in the thumbnail. Trigger warning, trigger warning. This is adult topic. Okay, so I tried to squeeze by, and he kind of grabbed my breast, and I knew he did it on purpose. I knew he did it on purpose, especially by the look in his face. So, I went on back and I talked to my friend and everything. I didn't say anything at the time. Now, mind you, I am in high school. So that wasn't my first time being touched. Okay. I'm like, at this point, I'm just like, what the hell is going on with the men in this world? And I was a tomboy coming up. So it's not that, oh, I dressed a certain way, I acted a certain way because I was a tomboy all the way up until I got to high school. So I've seen a lot of females get blamed for the things that their abusers do. I've seen that a lot coming up. So I never agreed with that. And how dare you? I've made videos before. How dare you blame the victim? I don't care if they did have on short shorts or whatever you think that, as an adult, there's no excuse for violating a child. But anyway, so I knew he did it on purpose, and I was just like, I tried to just, I'm like, no, I'm just throwing it out of my mind. Just I'm gonna look past that. It did not happen. I want to psych myself up to like it didn't happen. I've been through way worse, you know. So I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. It's a one-time thing, boom. So a while back, a little while later, I go down to her house again. At this time, we didn't have cell phones. I'm older, I'm almost 50. So we didn't have cell phones at the time. So I went down to her house, and I thought she was home because it was very shortly after we'd gotten out of school. So I walked down to her house, and again, her dad told me that she was in the back room, but this time he didn't get up. He just told me she was in the back. So, okay, so I walked back to her room, and she wasn't there. So by the time I turn around to leave out of the room, okay, I'm going to try to pick up where I left off. I am at work, so that's why I'm doing the recording, and I do have to periodically stop. But I'm gonna try to get through this as fast as I can. So anyway, when I turned to walk away to go out of the room, he was standing right there in the doorway. This time he grabs me. He's being very, very inappropriate. So and without going into details, he was just very inappropriate with the touching and the groping of the thing. So, at that time I kind of like pushed past him, and I went home, and I never went back to her house again. Now, in looking at the video this morning, the girl said people was asking her, why didn't you say something then? Yada yada yada. But my thing is, like I said, being that I have been in that situation before and I was, finally at a good school, finally, with new friends and everything, I didn't want to go repeat what I had just overcome, at another school in another situation and people knowing about what happened. Like, and I was just my mind was just like, oh my God, is the whole world is every male around older male perverts, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't say anything, then. And it kind of it affected me and more it affected me a little more than other incidents has, because for one, I stopped going over there. So by me stop coming over there, it was like I basically lost two friends because her and the other girl were still cool. See, I lived in the middle of both of them. We lived on the same street. So I would see her pass my house to go down there, and they still would go places together and they would do things together, and I just didn't go. So, and I didn't have a lot coming up. Now, my mom had a lot of kids, but, I was okay. I started working and hustling at an early age when I was a teenager. So I started, pretty much taking care of myself the best that I could. But anyway, that was actually the last year that I lived in my mom's house. But anyway, that's a long story. So it actually caused me to lose friends because they became closer. They had already been knowing each other longer, and then they became even closer because they would go places together and they would do things together, and I would not go. So after a while, it kind of, since I didn't have as much as they had, it made it look like, oh, I couldn't afford to go, or I had a problem with them. I really don't know what they thought in their minds, but I noticed as the months went on, I didn't come down there. They kind of, changed with me. They didn't speak to me as much at school and everything. And I just feel like enough of the victims being victimized over and over again. Enough of blaming the victims. I feel like if I would have had someone to come to when I was younger and tell my story and tell what happened and something actually happened about it, then I would feel more comfortable. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Yeah, so anyway, it drew a wedge between the friendships, and like I said, had I been able to, if I thought I was able to go to people and express and explain what happened and something actually happened about it, then I think that, I mean, I'm sure I still would have lost the friendship, but at least it wouldn't still be affecting me, because the reason I'm saying it still affects me is because, years and years passed, we lost contact, and then we reconnected. And her father's passed now. She lost her father. And she kind of holds a grudge against me for not reaching out to her when her father passed. For one, I did not know when he passed. I didn't even know he had passed. For two, I wasn't even in the state at the time. But it's like we're still not close, because even though we had, went our separate ways, she asked me about reaching out to her when her father passed. And I'm like, I want to just tell her so bad, like, girl, your dad was a pervert. Girl, your dad touched me more than one time. Like, girl, I'm wondering, did he touch you? Did he touch your other friends? Because there's no way I can be a magnet to pervert. There is just no, not my tomboy behind. Yeah, I had a lot of long hair. I had good hair, and I was small, but I was a tomboy. I was cute, but I was a tomboy. So there's no way in the world it was just me, the magnet. I wasn't the girl that wore the tight pants and the short skirts, and I didn't do all of that. So I really just really wondered. I want to ask her: have anyone else ever told you your father did A, B, and C? Because if they have, I want to let her know, like, they wasn't lying. So we're ruining the friendships, and you're blaming your friends, but it was your father who did this. And so I mean, I don't think it's going to do any good for me to bring it up now. But every now and then, like, I really avoid her because it just stays. My spirit tells me he's done that to other of her friends. Like, he was just too comfortable. He didn't have or anything. You're like, as soon as I ask, he in the back, and then there he is, bam. So I know he was right there. I know he's done it to other people. And if someone has told, I want her to know, like, Let that go. Let that hatred go. Let that hurt go that you feel like your friend betrayed you. I just feel like in my spirit, I feel like someone told her that and he's done it before. And I really want her to forgive the person that told her because they wasn't trying to hurt her like it really did happen. Your dad was a pervert, girl. That's what I want to say. So I am at work. I'm trying to make this a really, really fast story time. So, guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know. Like, do you think I should just continue to avoid her, or and have let her continue to think that is I have a problem with her, or should I just get it off my chest? If I get it off my chest, her dad's deceased. She may think is haunting his memory. I don't know, guys. So let me know what you guys think. And this is a very quick story time because like I say, I am at work and I don't want that phone to keep ringing. You know how it is in offices. But so if you've ever been in that situation and you're not alone, we need to teach our kids that they're not alone and they should be able to, tell someone and speak up. They should feel confident and safe around adults. They shouldn't have to like me, like it tortured me so much about the different perverts that I've seen coming up in my life to where my children has never, ever, ever gone to stay with anybody. Anybody. My oldest daughter stayed at her grandmother 2 or 3 times. And she also stayed at my sister's, and my sister had small kids too. She stayed at my sister's twice. So maybe 5 times in her whole life. My younger kids, I never let them go anywhere. So they felt like I was sheltering them too much. And, it kind of caused little problems, but they didn't understand. I didn't want them to go through what I went through. I didn't want them to feel what I felt. And no matter how much we shelter our kids, it'll still happen. Transparency, this is transparency right here. Even though I sheltered my kids and didn't let them go anywhere, when my ex and I broke up, I would let my daughter would go and stay at his house on weekends. I wasn't that bitter baby mama stuff. She would go to his house on weekends. And guess what? His brother stayed a night at his house and his brother violated my child. So as protective as I was, she still got to experience that. And men, people don't know how hurt women are. They don't understand what they do to females and children when they violate and they do things. To them, it's just a temporary satisfaction, emotional body satisfaction, but it's mentally engraved in us for years and years and years. And to go to someone and have them either not to believe you, like I'm in transparency. I've told this story before. When my daughter, it took her about 2 weeks to tell me. And the reason she told me is because she was going back to her dad's house and that uncle was there. I didn't even know the goddamn man was in town. I thought he lived in California. That's what they said anyway. But anyway, she told me. And when she told me, my reaction, it caused a division between them for years and probably still to this day. Her dad and her grandmother basically disowned her because she told them immediately. And they told her not to tell me. And I had to teach my kids. So when an adult tell you, do not tell your parents something that it is wrong, you need to tell your parents immediately. So we could be as protective as we want to be. We can dress up. We can not have kids around adults. A pervert will find their way to a victim. They're going to make a way. If your child is quiet all of a sudden, don't want to go somewhere all of a sudden, I don't care. School, church, other spouse, parents' house, aunt's house, anywhere. If your child don't want to go somewhere, the first thing you need to do is stop and ask why. Stop and ask why. Don't ask them in front of that person. Make that child confident and comfortable enough to tell you what's wrong and what's going on. Keep an open relationship with your children. At this age, like now, I'm keeping an eye out for my grandkids. They touch boys too. So we have to have those hard talks with our kids. We have to let them know that they are loved no matter what. It's not their fault. We're going to support them and we're going to ride with them no matter what. So that's my little story time. I'm just wondering, should I stay away and then have those awkward encounters here and there? Or should I just go ahead on and put it out there and just stay away for good? That way, I'm at peace. because I know I got it off my chest, and I don't have to worry about her thinking that, oh, I'm just funny acting now, or believing that the weight is on my shoulders because I feel like he's done it to other friends, and she don't know about it. Or should I just say, well, look, it's been a long time, just move on. If she talks to you, she talks to you. If she don't, she don't worry about it. The friendship is over, just be associates now. And see her in passing, speak, and keep going to protect your energy and protect your peace. That's where I am. I want to protect my energy and protect my peace. I feel like it's been so long ago. Why bring it up now? But again, every time when I do run across her, it's the ill feeling I get. It's just an awkward feeling. But anyway, drop down in the comments, guys. Let me know. To my new subscribers. This is a very transparent. This is a very transparent channel. I talk to you. You guys talk back. I interact with my people. I don't just get out here and talk at you. And I thank you and I welcome you to become Royal Riders. I'm so happy. Please join the membership. It is only $1.99. I have some things coming up as soon as, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do it Saturday or Sunday, but the membership is $1.99. So join the membership and we have even deeper conversations. Again, I thank you guys, and I intended on putting my banner up today. But hey, I wanted to have my banner up today, but it's okay. It's okay. But we have to motivate each other, and we have to let them know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault if anything happens. We have to let our kids know that they'll be okay. We rise above it, and we don't dwell in it. We get through it. We get past it. You know. But anyway, I'm your pilot of life, just Valencia. We talk about real life. We talk about adult topics, real things over here. This is a judge-free zone. We don't judge anybody for what they have, who they are, or where they come from. No matter what happens in life, we will get through it. We stay positive. We keep our head up, stay focused, and we smile and we get through it. We may get down, but we don't stay down. We may shed a tear, but that's just releasing the hurt and the pain. We don't cry forever. We release those few tears and we move the hell on. We boss up. We put on our good girl pants, our big boy pants, our big girl pants, and we move on. We overcome everything. No matter what you're going through, you can overcome as well. Don't let anyone make you feel bad because what you have or what you've been through is life. We didn't ask life to life, but it's life. And we didn't ask to be here, but we're here. We didn't ask to go through what we went through, but we went through it. So it matters how you come out of it. That's what matters. So again, I'm your positive life, Just Valencia. I thank you for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I encourage you all. Peace and blessings. Bye.
To every young child, boy or girl, you're not to blame for the pain of the world. You're not alone, it's not your fault. Tell somebody, they'll halt that assault. Keep your head up, stay positive and strong. This will be in the past before too long. You can overcome, be victorious. This hurt will become just a dream to us, to us. You'll rise above, on top of the world. Justice will be served. this will be in the past before too long. You can overcome, be victorious. This hurt will become just a dream to us, to us. Carry the light inside your heart. Never let the dark tear you apart. Stand tall, stand proud. You're tougher than you know. In the end, they'll reap what they sow. Keep your head